All right, Buddha of the Basin here. Sun simulator mystery or miracles of the sun. What we have been seeing in the geoengineered skies. I confess the so called miracle of the sun that occurred in Benin City, Nigeria in 2017 was something that the physicist Dr. Claudia Albers showed me on her YouTube channel. Above is the underlined link to the original video. It is a large Catholic gathering, to my understanding, and they have interpreted the miracle that is along similar lines as the Wondrous Appearance of Mary at Fatima in 1917, which does seem to have a nice relevance and resonance being the year 2017 that this miracle occurred. However, I take the miracle to be a revelation of the lensing strobing effect of the xenon-based sun simulator rather than the actual sun changing its orientation, getting bigger and smaller and seemingly blinking or strobing, disco style, or maybe rave style, upon the onlookers and worshipers and pilgrims alike. This research has led me to conclude that xenon is the most likely noble gas, rather than neon, for example, to be used in simulating sunlight, as it has patents involving mercury, xenon mercury, or more recently, xenon helium plasma. Xenon is indeed a noble gas, and it offers the closest approximation of the natural light spectrum. Thus, it is the best choice, has been the best choice. The effect of casting sunlight, but also being self-supporting or hovering or moving in the sky, or across the heavens, is something that a fake sun or a faux soleil sun simulator would have to. So it seems in order to do this, the NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory scientists employed the design of a hyperboloid of rotation to give that centripetal and centrifugal forces, so that the spinning cube is generating the xenon-based light along with the plasma, and the light passes through the honeycomb lens array to be magnified by an additional magnifying lens that makes these things look bigger and spherical. Meanwhile, the plasma jets seemingly pass out of the north and south ends of the simulator as that cube spins in the center. And we can see the reflection of the spinning hyperboloid of rotation right here in these screenshots and video by Birmingham Skies. None of these reflections look remotely sun-like. They're not just a sphere as you would expect. You can also see the slightly changing spherical orientation. Yeah, as you look at this, it's not exactly sphere-like either. But the reflections, they're even more illuminating. Some look more like a rhombus and some a bit more like a square as the cube spins. I suppose. I just know that this isn't the sun. Watch the video for yourself. Birmingham Sky Simulator is how I have tagged it, but you can type in Birmingham Skies on YouTube. Additionally, check out the Final Days YouTube channel for dozens of good videos taken from FAA cameras, additional planet-like objects in our atmosphere. Planet-like objects are daily eclipsing the actual sun and thus necessitating the use of simulator. Apparently, the powers that be don't want us to see these big like objects. Notice I said simulators, as I have seen multiple simulators positioned at slightly lower altitudes in the afternoon sky to simulate a setting sun. So these are the hexagonal lattice models that have been captured by Mr. MBB, 333, Jeff P., and many others. These things go back quite a bit, 1962, 1963. Here are a few images. 1967, June 13th, George Geyer files a patent for a sun simulator. Supposedly, they're just for laboratory testing is the idea. That's what the 1967, or I'm sorry, March 4th, 1966, the patent that I think bears the most fruit on the current discussion, this sort of hexagonal array with the hyperbola, that patent seems to be March 4th, 1966. I think that's Joseph Wall. It's hard to tell with a small print. Honestly, the sun simulator used to have a little black dot in the center. It was like there was something weird about the sun. There was a tiny black dot. And people called this out, the powers that be called it kook science. But either it's a miracle that the sun is blinking out and doing these interesting things, or it's technology, plain and simple. And sometimes we all know technology malfunctions. That's all I'm saying. It is a revelation. Peace in the Middle East. Om Shanti Om.